a beautiful afternoon for softball. It's time for the Orono Spartans and the Coon Rapids Cardinals from the Coon Rapids Softball Complex. I'm Bill Hupp alongside Howie Shapiro. We've moved a little bit north at Coon Rapids High School. We were covering tennis yesterday, bringing you girls softball this afternoon. And Howie Shapiro, it couldn't be much nicer out weather-wise.
Yeah, a little different than yesterday. Yesterday we were kind of, the sun would poke its head out a little bit, but it was cold for the most part. Today it's a beautiful day. I brought a jacket thinking that if I do, that the day will stay nice all day and I won't need it. And so I'm hoping that's the case. Well,
fingers crossed that stays that way as we look at the batting order for the visiting Orono Spartans in the white, red, and blue. As we see there, L. Johnson will be the shortstop leading off. Morgan McPherson at second base, batting second. Hannah Johnson, the catcher. Linnea Jensen, the third baseman, batting in the cleanup spot. Jordy Aarons hitting fifth, the first baseman. Reagan Miras, the designated player, hitting sixth. Sam Prodal hitting second in center field. Sid Gorvik in left field hitting eighth. And batting ninth, Rachel Ishog, the pitcher on the mound. And actually batting ninth will be Emily Perman in the flex position. Meanwhile, for the Coon Rapids Cardinals, they will have Abby Ness on the mound, junior, as the starting pitcher, and we will be underway. Coon Rapids 0-2 on the season. As we show you the head coach for the Coon Rapids Cardinals, a man you know well, Howie.
Zach Nienaber, I know him very well, was of course former athlete here at Coon Rapids, and we talked about his father yesterday, the Golden Grappler, who works with us doing some wrestling. But Zach's a great guy. Zach was just, congrats to him, named defensive coordinator for the football squad this coming year.
As that is lofted into right field, and it's over the head of the right fielder. Rounding second, or pulling up into second with a double to start things off for the Orono Spartans is L. Johnson, and she hit .389 2 seasons ago with a homer and 8 RBIs, and she starts things off with a two-bagger this afternoon.
Yeah, and that's like we talked about during tennis, a lost season, unfortunately, for the spring athletics in high school in the state of Minnesota, obviously from a lot of states due to the pandemic, and just a great opportunity to get back on the field.
So that brings up Morgan McPherson as that pitch misses low from Ness. Ness and Ishog. The battle on the mound today. Coon Rapids, of course, in their traditional red, white with black trim, white lettering and numerals. 2-0 the count now. McPherson, a junior, starting at second this afternoon.
Good stop in the behind the plate by Mellum.
They call the foul ball as that was hit off the plate in front of the mound. So Orono comes in 0-1. They played on Thursday, so they played last night, opened the season, had the first 2 games of the season canceled due to weather. And so it's been one of those years, as we talked about yesterday, but they lost last night and actually suffered a few injuries as well, as the strike called on the inside corner to even the count at 2 apiece.
Yeah, but it was a 6-5 loss to Wayzata, I believe.
Yeah, Wayzata, a good program.
Yep.
And they lost a couple key players to injury, including Grace Calais, the senior, and so they've had to shuffle the lineup. Chris Johnson has had to shuffle the lineup as the count runs full, 3-2.
Well, in high school sports, certainly it's sometimes in the pros and college as well, sometimes you have to obviously deal with injury and you got to shuffle that lineup.
As she draws a walk, and so 2 on to start things. Runners at first and second after that base on ball. Ness, a junior, also plays third base for the Cardinals, as that brings up Hannah Johnson, and a good person to come to the plate, the catcher, 400 a couple seasons ago with a homer and 9 RBIs. So the Johnsons, 2 of the big bats in the lineup for Orono a couple seasons ago. Throw down to second base, and just getting back in time is Ellie Johnson.
Oh, nice throw by Mellum, just being aggressive behind the plate. She got it down there pretty quick. She made it a close play.
Yeah, this throw down to second nearly in time. Mellum having a good start. That's blasted to right field. Drifting back and over the head of the right fielder. That gets down. Coming in to score is L. Johnson, going to third. McPherson, the ball's dropped, and she slides in safely. So Orono strikes first. They get on the board courtesy of a double. Not sure what the official score would be, if that'd be a double or a single, and then advance to second on the throw, but we'll give credit for a double in the first run of the game. First 3 batters have reached for Orono.
Yeah, a tough situation for the Cardinals defensively. That time, they had that out at third. Unfortunately, she just could not hang on to the ball.
Ness gets the pop up, coming in and catching it. The shortstop squeezing. That was Olson.
Gabby Olson.
Gabby Olson, the sophomore. So the pop out gets the first out, and so that'll bring. That was a quick at bat for Linnea Jensen, the third baseman. That'll bring up Jordan Ahrens, the senior outfielder. And Grace Graham already heavily involved in the action in the early going. Out there in right field, ball inside.
Yeah, Cardinals tough start to the season. Lost the opener 10-0 to Rogers, and then dropped one last night to Blaine, 18-2.
Ahrens blasted into center field, and a great catch is made. What a catch! Tagging and scoring is McPherson, but what a catch out in center field by Jordan Gale.
Yeah, and a little bit surprised that they didn't go to second to try and get her off the bag, because she had the time to do it instead of coming home.
Beg your pardon, Jaden Gale, but as we see this hit here.
Now you're going to see, look how far off the base runner is. I'm a little surprised she didn't go to second base with that, but nonetheless, beautiful, beautiful catch.
Yeah, missing out on a great opportunity, as that is a sacrifice fly. And again, coming in to score was McPherson on the play. They're going to switch runners.
Ellie Rolfson coming in to run for Orono.
Ellie Rolfson coming in to run, as you said. I was under the impression that she was out before today's game, but she seems to be okay.
Well, she heard you were broadcasting, so she wanted to make sure she got in the action so she could hear Bill Hupp call her name.
That's right. That's right. It's a privilege that
it is.
You don't often get.
A few take advantage of.
That's right. Inside pitch to
got her.
Reagan Miras, and they throw down to second, and they got it. So Cardinals get out of the inning. They give up a couple runs on a couple hits. Nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. It's 2-0 Orono. Rapids High School. Orono gets on the board with 2 runs in the first inning, courtesy of a pair of doubles out to right field. Now it'll be the Cardinals' turn at bat, and they have one of their best hitters leading off in Leah Numela, who as a freshman was 24 of 56 for 429.
Yeah, Numela's she's a good athlete. She really is.
17 stolen bases. So from that left-handed box, kind of a perfect prototypical leadoff hitter, getting on base, stealing bases, making things happen for the Cardinals. As the batting order for the Cardinals, Numela will lead things off. And we see there Gabby Olson, the shortstop, batting second. Leanne Mellon, the catcher, third. Evan Uland, the left fielder, batting fourth. Ariana Hoyam at third base. Grace Graham at right field. And the rest of the order is Numela. Leah Numela steps in to start things off. And takes outside in the first pitch. Jaden Gale and then Reagan Hack closing out the order today for the Cardinals.
The offense did get going yesterday in that loss to Blaine. They scored a couple of runs in the first inning. Unfortunately, Blaine poured it on after that.
Numela hits it to short. Scooped up, and it's going to be late. The throw late from Ellie Johnson. Numela with the speed beats it out.
Yeah, I mean,
Cardinals pick up a runner.
not much Johnson really could have done. I mean, she is so quick down the base paths that you would have had to make a quicker play at that, and nothing you can fault her for. It's short. Got that kind of speed on the base paths.
Gabby Olson steps in the box now. Again, two lefties starting things off. That's high. On the bump today for Orono is Rachel Ishog, the sophomore. Also first baseman for the Spartans.
Olson was 1 for 3 in the loss last night, or on the season.
She fouls it back. Just waiting for Numala to take off. And Howie, you'll have to correct me if I butcher any more Cardinals pronunciations this afternoon.
I'm hanging you out to dry.
That's what a good partner's for.
Exactly. I got your back.
Olson takes high, 2-1 the count. Numala at first. Cardinals trying to do what they did yesterday and score some runs in the first inning. Fouled off third base side. It was a little overcast earlier today, but it has just turned into a beautiful afternoon.
Yeah, great day for a ball game.
That's right. It's a beautiful day for a ball game.
Look at that, he can sing too.
That's
all you do?
All. Well, I don't want to be on here showing off.
No, well, you know, the voice is coming to town. Maybe you ought to think about auditioning.
But then I wouldn't be able to broadcast Coon Rapids sports. And where would I be then?
Yeah, exactly.
Down at third base, Coach Nienaber. 2-2 the count. Wrapped on the ground to short. Johnson scoops it up, decides to go to first, and gets her just in time. A step ahead of Olson, but she moves the runner over to second. It was always going to be tough to turn that double play.
Yeah, you know, she bobbled just a bit before she realized that she did not have a play at second, so she just went to first. You can see she just had a little bit of trouble getting a hold of the handle of the baseball, and not that there's a handle on the baseball.
She was, there could be though. She was kind of cheating toward second as well, as Mellum takes high. Ryan Mellum, freshman, behind the dish. Saw her make a couple nice plays. She got that wristband on, as you can see, which calls out the pitches to Ness. I mean, she calls out the pitches.
Correct.
The wristband doesn't, but she uses it.
But you know, that would be a talented wristband.
Amazing.
That would be.
Handles on softballs and talking wristbands.
Then you could go on America's Got Talent and say, look at this, I have a talking wristband.
That's right. Can I go on The Voice?
Yeah. Can your wristband sing?
Ryan Mellum. If it can talk, surely can try to sing. Foul back into the Orono dugout. So Mellum down in the count, 0-2. 1 on, 1 out. Mella standing at second base after singling to lead things off. You can see why she hit over 400 2 seasons ago. Popped in the air. It's fair, and they throw to first. I was not sure why there was no movement, but I think there was a bit of a collision between catchers. Hopefully Mellum is okay. I think she was just a little unsure of the situation, but the throw to first ultimately goes 2-3, and 2 down, moves the runner to third. No, Numela stayed at second.
Yes, she did.
Beg your pardon, as the cleanup hitter Uland is up. She takes a ball to start things. Evan Uland. Evan Uland. Uland hitting cleanup in his 3rd game of the season. And she fouls it back behind our broadcast position. Runs the count to 1-1.
Great sound effects every time a foul ball goes. You hear some breaking glass.
Surely there can't be that many glass.
He did it when you sang too, so.
It's because I've gotten such nice falsetto.
No.
It's away, so it's 2-1 in the count. Nice to see such a patient hitter in the cleanup spot. 2 outs and 1 on for the Cardinals. Takes high again. again, good discipline. 3-1 the count. Leland looking for her pitch. Trying to drive Numela in from second. Wrapped on the ground to third. Over to first to retire the side. So 1 hit, 1 left, no runs. We head to the second inning. Orono on top of Coon Rapids, 2-0.
So I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Oh, it's so nice to all be sitting down together. You can tell me something they did today.
I drew a horsey.
Good for you, son.
I started smoking.
I love you too, sweetheart.
I'm selling bongs out of our minivan.
I got a tramp stamp.
I'm getting implants.
I'm dating your brother.
Uh-huh.
I'm cooking meth in the basement.
Great idea, kiddo. That's why you're so popular at school.
Reagan Miras leads off the second inning for the Spartans. She was at bat when the pickoff throw to second was thrown down. So Miras gets new life, and she, oh, watch out, Mike Peterson, the cameraman. Fouled off over the dugout to our right. Don't worry, he's okay.
Cat-like reflexes.
That's right.
Didn't even move.
Miras in the designated, he's seen much worse.
I'm sure he has.
He's in the, Miras in the designated position, designated player position this afternoon, an 8th grader. So certainly one that expects to be part of the program in the coming years.
Oh, we talk
Batting
about
6th.
Sorry, we talk about all the time when a player of that age gets a chance to play varsity. It just bodes so well for the program because she gets so much experience.
Oh yeah,
so many number of years ahead of her to play. And
yeah, just that experience. Just even being around the team, it just makes you wise beyond your years once you get into those. Even as a sophomore, a couple years makes all the difference. Miras fires it, or fouls it into the Coon Rapids dugout. 1-2 the count.
Right side, here we go, right side.
Hess rocks and fires. And again, it's fouled off to the right. So Hess, a little late. Miras, a nice at bat to just foul things off and stay alive, even though she's a little late on those pitches.
you can always protect the plate, keep your bat alive because you don't know what the next pitch is going to bring.
Hess rocks and fires, and the count goes full with that inside pitch. Just missed. Getting some good encouragement from the dugout. The 3-2 right at the second baseman, and it's squeezed by Numela for the first out. So the good put out by Numela in the right position. It helps so much, Howie, when you're solid up the middle defensively.
Absolutely. I mean, you have a solid shortstop and a solid second baseman. It really bodes well for the defense.
Samantha Prodal takes a strike on the inside corner. She's a senior outfielder. 11 for 26 2 seasons ago in her sophomore year, and good for 423. So not a ton of at-bats, but she did well with the at-bats she has. Tries to lay down a bunt, and that's foul. So she'll be behind the count now, 0-2. Sam Prodal playing center field today. What does the song go? Look at me, I can be center field.
Center field, correct.
Yeah. I wouldn't dare sing it, though.
Why not? You started so good the last time.
Prodal squares and then brings it back, takes high.
You never know when they're going to have a need for a singing broadcaster. Then you've got stuff on tape.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd that be for a challenge?
I know,
Sing
right?
the whole broadcast?
Sing the broadcast.
Like a musical
yeah,
broadcast?
Exactly. I could see it.
High runs the count even, 2-2.
We could call it Hub the Musical.
Has so much potential. Three state brawls from Hess has run this count full.
I'm making a few calls after the game, see what we can set
That's
up.
right. You know a guy.
I know a guy who knows a guy, actually.
Sydney Gorvic waiting on deck as it's lofted down the right field line. Couple players out. It's bobbled and can't be hauled in. That could have been nearly spectacular, but that's fouled. I was like, oh, she's still running.
Yeah, she got a workout.
That's right, yeah. Oh, it nearly deflected off of the shortstop Olsen and was caught by Euland, but ultimately it falls foul. So we see what nearly could have been a web gem.
Well, I was a little concerned there was going to be a collision as
yeah,
well. So.
very good, very true. Thankfully, everyone's okay. Prodal squares on 3-2 and lofts it to left field. Euland coming in, can't make the catch. Prodal will hang it first.
That was kind of a no man's land.
Yeah.
Olsen couldn't get back there from a shortstop position, and Euland that's a tough out to make coming in from left field.
Yep. No official score, but we'll give her a single on that.
Well, and she made a pretty good effort at it.
Yeah, yeah. So the leadoff runner gets on for the second straight inning, and that, or beg your pardon, the second hitter gets on, and Gorvic turns and squares, takes the strike, throw down to second is out. Mellum throws out. Prodal trying to advance on the steal, and so 2 down in the inning.
Very impressed with Mellum's arm. She made a nice throw right to the portion of the bag to lead the nice tag there by Olsen.
Yeah, beautiful play, and it was a good pitch to a tough pitch to steal on because it was fast. It was a rise ball, and then it was a throw down to second. And it was in a good position because it was a little high. She could just pop out of her stance and fire it down there, and Mellum did that. Lofted to center field, going back on it. Now coming back in to make the snag is Jordan Gale to retire the side. And Howie, I want to turn it over to you for some thoughts on a former Orono coach.
Well, as we go to break, we have some sad news to pass on. The Orono softball community lost one of their own on Wednesday. Former coach Jack Tebow passed away at the young age of 75. Jack coached at Orono High School for 5 years. So we want everyone to know our thoughts and prayers go out to the Orono softball community and Jack's family.
Very well said. We'll be back with the bottom half of the second in a moment.
Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. But I need that back. No. Kevin!
Getting set to take their second bats after Orono leads 2-0, but a 3-up, 3-down inning in that top of the second, so hopefully Hess is settling into things as stepping to the plate to start the inning, Ariana Hoya, third base junior.
Now, after a good inning in the field for the Cardinals, an opportunity to see if they can get a couple runs here of their own.
That's right. Ball a little bit low from the pitcher Rachel Ishog. After giving up a leadoff single, set the next 3 batters down in the first. Swung on and missed.
Well, she put some heat on that.
So much heat, the catcher dropped it.
It was that hot, right through the leather.
Ooh, hot potato. The 1-1 from Ishog. Always rising. Someone should nickname that pitch the sourdough when it's always rising.
Ah, I like it.
Ishog. 2-2 the count.
Apparently they're saying this is the last time you broadcast for us now, Bill, after that one. I don't know.
I gotta use them while I can. Then swung on and missed, and Hoyam goes down on strikes.
Yeah, they don't pay me. They don't give me enough dough to listen to those kind of jokes.
I don't know, Howie. I think it's the yeast you can do.
I suppose it is. I suppose it is. They keep flowering me with compliments. I like it.
As we see the pitch on the outside corner, Hoyam just not able to catch up with it. So that will bring up the second hitter, and she pops out. Grace Graham pops out to the first base. So all automatically, as Jody Aarons puts the squeeze on that, so a quick 2 up, 2 down. And that will bring up Alex Schmidt. Alex Schmidt, the first baseman today. Ishog rocks and fires. Schmidt taps it at the plate, stays alive. And we talked about the Cardinals. There has been an offensive struggle in the early going.
It has.
So want to get something strung together when they can get hits. A little bit outside from Ishog. Good chatter from the Coon Rapids dugout as Ishog lines and fires, bounces that one. Which runs the count to 3-1 on Schmidt. And Schmidt takes the walk, so Cardinals get a runner on base with 2 down in the inning. Howie, I don't know, for me, I don't think we're ever going to top. For broadcast synchronicity, we're never going to top Johnson & Johnson single shot.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
In the section quarterfinal for the Cardinals girls hockey, that was
that was
a broadcast moment for the ages.
It's going in the CTN Hall of Fame, I know that. Or maybe the Hall of Shame, I'm not sure which. We have one of each.
We're in both, actually.
We are in both.
Jaden Gale stepping to the plate. She fouls it off to the right. Gale, one of the few returners with stats, played as a freshman, the junior. Played as a freshman, hit .283 with a couple home runs. And we eventually got the glass break.
I like it.
1-1 the count on Gale. Gale lofts it to right field, coming in and making the catch is Emily Perman to retire the side. So a walk. Cardinals leave a runner on, no hits, no runs. We head to the third inning. Orono leads 2-0.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
Fans on hand this afternoon enjoying the sunshine.
Beautiful.
I don't know if it's blanket weather, but we're not here to judge. Set Pup certainly enjoying things.
Why wouldn't you?
That's right.
It's
a little sunshine.
Dog days of almost summer.
The dog days of spring.
Yeah, exactly.
As Rachel, yep. That's Rachel Ishog. The pitcher steps in. She fouls it off behind us into the JV game. Watch out. Ishog pitching and batting today.
I want to give a shout out to Chad Christians, one of the coaches for this program. He's not here tonight, but I know he's listening and watching, hopefully, and so I want to give Chad a shout out. I've known Chad for many, many years.
Hello, Chad. Any friend of Howie's is a friend of mine.
Yep.
Ball low evens the count at 1 apiece. Hess has done a nice job. Settled in after that first inning. Out to right field, just out of the reach of Grace Graham. Ishog hustling into second base, pop-up slide, and she's got a two-bagger to start things.
Ishog, no hesitation to stretch that to second, as she rounded first. She knew she was going to get to the bag, and she did.
So now that'll bring up Emily Perman in the flex position. Strike on the outside corner. Hess could use an out right now. Never a good thing when the leadoff batter gets on.
Just so to correct you, it is Ness.
What did I say, Hess? I'm sorry.
No,
Ness.
I just wanted, I wasn't sure if you were saying that, and I had to listen to you about 300-400 times before I said something. So
now the problem is I can't read my own writing. I apologize to Abby.
Yeah,
Perman in the flex position, and she sprays it down the right
actually,
field
this
line.
is Johnson, I believe. That's the top of the
Oh,
order.
I beg your pardon. I thought I saw 1. That's 11. Yes. Beg your pardon. L. Johnson, the leadoff hitter, up.
1 is the loneliest number, by the way.
This is the Bill Hupp mistake inning. Ness, Hess, wrong batter. Never mind. L. Johnson at the plate.
That's
She
okay.
scored. She doubled and then came around to score in the first inning.
I said baseballs don't have a handle when I meant softballs, so I'm right there with you, my friend.
Well, they don't. You're not wrong.
Well, that's true. But
popped up to short, grabbed by Gabby Olson. So a big out by Ness.
There you go.
Big out by Ness as a pop out brings Morgan McPherson, and I probably got that wrong too. Morgan McPherson, that's right.
You got that right.
McPherson walked and then came around to score as well in that first inning. Ooh, that one looked close, just a little high. McPherson going sans batting gloves. Runner on second base, 1 down. Popped into short left field, that's gonna drop. Hewlin runs it in for the Cardinals. A well-placed single for McPherson. Ishog moves to third. And that brings up Hannah Johnson, very dangerous hitter who doubled in a couple runs in the first inning. And she comes up with runners at first and third.
An opportunity here for Orono to see if they can increase their 2-0 lead.
This is the right person that Orono wants at the dish with runners on base. Johnson takes inside. McPherson on first, Ishog on third.
You know, this used to be the JV field, and they did some improvements here and now play the varsity on this particular field. They used to play behind us on that field.
Okay, that's fouled off behind us into the varsity field. Nice.
Wow.
62 in the back.
There's a lot of glass out there behind us.
That's right.
Apparently.
It's like a milk bottling
It is.
plant or something.
I don't know. They make mirrors back there.
That's right.
Business is not good. It's not cracked up with.
No,
should be,
that's right. They can't get rid of them.
It's a reflection.
Blasted to left. That's going to fall in the right center gap. Ishog scores rather. McPherson going to third. Johnson's got to double her third RBI, and Orono has a 3-0 lead.
Well, Bill, you called it the right batter at the plate at the time here, and she's able to come through with that double.
So her second RBI double of the game. And there was no doubt about that one as she just put it in the right center field gap.
Yeah, she hit it.
Linnea Jensen steps to the plate now. She strokes it into center field to drive in a run. Hewlin throwing home. That'll allow Jensen to try to take second. She's going to be out. Good throw from Mellon to gun down Johnson at second on the play, trying to stretch the single into the double, but she does drive in a run.
She does.
Orono has a 4-0 lead now.
You know, I really like Mellon's arm. She's aggressive, and the throw was spot on, and she didn't hesitate to get the runner going down to second. She's just a freshman.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, very
great things
very
for this
poised.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt. And you said it earlier, Howie. Anytime you've got freshmen contributing, it's a promising sign for the future. As she takes a strike, Jordan Aarons at the dish. Aarons popped out to the center fielder Euland in the first to end the first. 1 on, 2 out, tap to third base, coming in, strong throw off the first baseman's glove. Schmidt, it's a dead ball. Runner will take second base, but Aarons drives in Johnson rather. And that's the third run of the inning for Orono.
Up next for Orono, number 8, Reagan
That
Meadows.
throw was high, so no RBI, but Aarons drives in a run, and that'll bring up Reagan Miras in the DP spot. Inside corner, Ness paints it for a strike. 0 for 1, lined out to second base in the first. Leah Numela, a little bit low. 3 in, 1 on, 2 out in the Orono half of the third inning. 5-0 Spartans. Pop to second base, and Numela comes in to grab it again. So thus the inning ends, but Orono 3 hits, 3 runs in the inning. We move to the bottom of the half of the third, 5-0 Spartans.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Opiates has taken everything and everyone I've ever loved away from me. Everything.
I blew my ankle out and I got prescribed pain pills by my doctor.
If making my detox public is gonna help somebody, I'm all for it. I just wish I would have had a warning.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Miras, or rather Rachel Ishog, working on a shutout right now, and Reagan Hack steps up to the plate, the senior. Her first appearance of the afternoon. Lofts it into the Orono dugout. Trying to shake things up now, as Reagan Hack, the senior, Regan Hack, 0-1 the count. Open stance for Hack. Good name for a batter.
Absolutely.
She takes low, evens the count at 1 apiece. Ishog, not normally one of Orono's main pitchers, main starters, but she has done well in a sub role through 2 innings anyway. Wrapped to third base, foul, so 2 strikes now on Hack. We'll see Leah Numela up next.
Well, they would love to get something here going offensively after now being down 5-0 in the bottom of the third.
Speed and contact, walks as good as a hit
absolutely.
if you're Coon Rapids, as
base
Hack
runners
takes low. Count even at 2 on Reagan Hack. Ishog winds and fires, and Hack swings and misses. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Ishog.
Back to the Cardinals, number 3, Leah Numela.
As Numela is back up. Numela, the lone hit of the day for Coon Rapids, a single to start things off as she waves through that rise ball. kind of like with her as a leadoff hitter, as she goes, that's how the offense goes. Numala wraps it foul. So she is quickly down in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 to Numala. She pops it into left field, and
Nice
it's
catch.
a great catch out there by Sid Gorvic.
Yeah, Gorvic just had to go a little bit to her left, but she made a nice play. The ball was hit hard out there.
Yeah, I think Numala put it where she wanted to. Gorvic just was in the right place, made a nice adjustment, and snagged it. So quickly 2 down in the inning. And that brings up Olsen. 3 straight lefties to face Ishog. A little bit high.
Always nice to have lefties in your lineup.
Yeah, anything that breaks up what a pitcher's looking at, right? If it's not all right-handed or left-handed. And ideally, you want to kind of split them up. As Olsen watches that one go wide. 2-0 the count. Bottom half of the 3rd inning. Orono with a 5-run lead. Ishog rocks and fires, popped it towards short. Snagged there, and a 1-2-3 inning as Al Johnson puts the squeeze on it. We head to the 4th. Orono on top of the Cardinals, 5-0.
Lance throws deep downfield. Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. She can't quite catch the leader.
And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No,
not when it comes to swimming.
Yep, Orono 5-0 on top as, again, the fans in attendance this afternoon here at Coon Rapids High School. And Ness still on the bump. Chris Johnson, the longtime coach of Orono.
Yeah, it's a beautiful Friday afternoon, Bill. We get an opportunity to catch some softball, and everybody, hopefully everybody, most everybody, I'm assuming, has the weekend to relax.
Indeed, that it's always a nice start as number 2, Sam Prodal, will lead things off for Orono. Prodal singled and then was caught stealing to lead off the 2nd inning, rather. She leaves off the 4th, squaring to bunt. You could see Coach Johnson giving her some instruction before she came up, so it'll be interesting to see if she applies that. And you just love, I just love seeing coaches coach and do what they do what they love to do. Rounded to 3rd, over to 1st, and Schmidt snags it for the 5-3 put out. Good job by Hoyam.
Yeah, Hoyam with a solid throw across the diamond.
So that brings up Gorvic. Sydney Gorvic stands in. Flew out to center in her first plate appearance. The sophomore. And Ness really could use a 1-2-3 inning. Coon Rapids was just set down in order, and Ness could use a clean inning, as they call it. A little bit low, so the count runs to 2-0 on Gorvic. These days, Howie, not a lot of time between games. I mean, Orono just played yesterday, so did Coon Rapids. Ness comes off the mound, throws to 1st, in time. Good coverage by Numala to get over there after Schmidt was rushing in.
Yeah, that's just smart defensive play by Numala. She's able to cover the bag, and they just got her. This nice quick throw, just got her.
So that brings up Rachel Ishog, who got on in the 1st or the 3rd inning to lead off the third inning on a 2-base error. And then she came around to score. Big third inning, 3 runs on 3 hits and a couple errors for Orono in that third, which again makes the need for a clean inning even more paramount. Throw to first, and the side is retired in order by the Coon Rapids Cardinals.
Yeah, nice 1-2-3 inning, Bill.
3 up, 3 down. We head to the fourth, bottom of the fourth, 5-0 Orono.
Get all your Cardinal sports action with Joe and I live every Monday at 7:30. If Coon Rapids plays it, Sports Night covers it. Sports Night on local cable CTN.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
All right, 5-0 Orono on top as the Cardinals bat in the bottom half of the fourth inning, and Mellum will start things off. And had kind of a funny play in the first, if you remember, Howie, where she wasn't sure if it was a fair or foul ball, so she's certainly hoping to redeem herself. Ryan Mellum steps to the dish. Number 3 hitter, it'll be 3-4-5 in the order in this inning for the Cardinals. Facing Rachel Ishog, who's been really good, has given up just a hit in her 3 innings of work right now. That pitched low.
Yeah, she's pitching very well.
Real big bummer about the masks. No sunflower seeds. It's hard to chew seeds with a mask on.
Especially if you're a catcher.
That's right.
Oh, nice.
Lace to left field, but foul. She turned on it. One bouncer to the fence. The power of Mellum, the freshman. And she looks like a really promising.
She really does.
Prospect.
We talked about just a freshman.
Yeah. Turned on that one.
Yeah.
1-1 the count on Mellum. So the gap in left center field. That'll get down. It's gone! A home run!
You just emphasized it. We were impressed with her. You got to be very impressed with that one. She gave it a ride over the left center field fence, Bill, and that was sweet. Nice at bat.
Ryan Mellum on a 1-1 count blasts it out to left center field, and Coon Rapids has its first run of the game.
Yeah, she hit that last one, the pitch previous to that, pretty hard, and then she did give this one a ride.
Huge blast from Ryan Mellum. You can see right here why she's in the number 3 spot. Just gave it a ride. And this dumb broadcaster thought it was going into the gap and off the fence, and that went over the fence.
Well, the wind took it over the fence. Yeah, yeah.
Mellum, first home run of her career in a Coon Rapids uniform. Congrats to her.
Hopefully the first of many.
Yes, no doubt. Never a bad thing to have a power source in the middle of the lineup as Yulin steps to the plate.
That's why we brought you in.
That's right. She grounded out 5-3 in the first to the third base as that pitch misses outside from Ishog. And you saw all of her teammates come back. I think after giving up a home run, you kind of need to regroup a little bit. Ishog trying to do that. Coon Rapids trailing 5-1 here in the middle of the fourth. Lifted high. First baseman coming over, and a nice play made. Nicely done by Jody Ahrens to record the out.
Yeah, she's able to come in foul territory and just did a nice job of keeping track of where the softball was.
And she called off the catcher. She did. I mean, well communicated by the Orono defense. But
absolutely.
So now Hoyam steps to the plate. She struck out in her first at bat, leading off the second. She fouls this one back to the JV field. The best is the delay.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of pointing over there, and I was like,
That's right. 1-1 the count. And again, fouled off over Mike Peterson's head on the right side.
Ooh, there's about 3 mirrors.
That's right. Well, you said there was a lot of inventory, so.
There was a lot of inventory.
Yeah, they're having a hard time getting.
It's a reflection of how hard they work.
That's right.
I used that one before, but I didn't know if you caught it, so I figured I'd do it again.
Oh, it's a. Yes, I'm sorry.
Right over your head.
So focused on the next pitch as Hoyam. There it is, heads up into the JV field. Pretty gonna run out of softballs
You'd
pretty
think
soon.
They'd move the mirrors by now. It's like they
yeah,
move them in the dugout at least.
Learn your lesson already. Come on. We are waiting play for a softball to come back.
Yeah, I don't. You'd think they'd be coming back.
Wonder if the JV team says, we'll just keep them.
Well, yeah.
Just keep them.
I just worry about somebody not seeing it and getting hit.
Hoyam battling hard with 2 strikes in the count as Ishog lines and fires. Ooh. Held up.
Yeah, she did hold up.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Move the count to 1-2. One out, 1 in for the Cardinals in the 4th. Swing and a miss, and Hoyam goes down on strikes for the second time today. Swinging both times as Graham steps to the plate. Grace Graham playing right field today. You can tell that guy knows the full name.
Well, he knows everyone.
Yeah. Graham steps to the plate with 2 out in the inning. Bases empty. That was held for the ump, but he gave the strike call.
He looked at it for a second, thought about it for a second.
Yeah, nicely framed by the catcher. Hannah Johnson, veteran move. That's hit out to left center field. That is going to go into the gap. Graham heads for second base with a sliding double. A left center field gapper. You notice this time, Howie, I didn't call it a home run.
You wanted to, though.
I didn't call it.
I know you wanted to.
I was waiting to see if it was going to clear the fence, but what a big knock from Graham. And 2 hits now in the inning against Ishog, and we've got a bit of a substitution as knee neighbor comes to the ump. Hope Reiners, the senior, stepping to the plate in a big spot with a runner on second base and 1 in already in the inning. Strike on the outside corner from Ishog.
Yeah, Ishog just trying to get out of this inning without any additional damage.
Yep. Hope Reiners at the plate. Number 29 off the plate. 1-1 the count. Throw down to second, and well, easily back is Graham. Well, I thought the first one was going in the gap for sure, and then it went over the fence, so I had to be sure with this one.
I know, you took your time with that one.
That's right. Reiners swings through that one. Second strike. 1-2 the count.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ducks on the pond here, or I guess Cardinals as it were.
Yeah. Or birds on the pond.
Birds on the pond. Reiners fouls it off to our right. Very few foul balls to the left. Just everything to the right into the JV field. Reiner's a senior, pitcher, and second base. Coming off the bench in a big spot, pinch hitting in a big spot. 2-2 the count as that one's inside. Joe Yund is in the house. Gonna be here judging my work as Reiners swings and misses, and the side is retired. But a big best, a big home run, first of her career by Ryan Mellum, and the Cardinals get on the board as we head to the 5th. 5-1, Orono.
like to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Faces of softball here this afternoon. Grace Graham just drove it to left center field, had one of 2 hits in the inning for the Cardinals. Orono dugout lively. They're enjoying a 5-1 lead as Ian Numella and company will go back to work. Ness has kept this team in the game. They've had a couple clean innings. Just had one on first 1-2-3 inning.
Right side, heads up.
Stepping to the plate for her third at bat, L. Johnson. Fouled down the left field line. Johnson 1 for 2 on the afternoon, doubled in the first, and then popped out to the shortstop in the third.
Well, Cardinals like a good defensive inning here. Obviously, they got 1 run back in that their bottom half of the inning, and just want to get back to the plate and try and chip away.
Ness winds and fires, and a great pitch dots the outside corner. That looked like it had some swerve to it. So Johnson quickly finds herself down 0-2 in the count. The 0-2, just a bit high on that rise ball. Top of the order to bat this inning for Orono. That one bounces in there to even the count at 2 apiece. Bill Hupp, Howie Shapiro, and our entire crew on a beautiful afternoon for softball here at the Coon Rapids Softball Complex.
Yeah, I'm working on my tan.
Visiting, your tan's fantastic.
Oh,
Popped over the shortstop's head and into shallow left field for a single for Johnson. Second time she's been on base today.
Did you mean to say fantastic?
Fantastic.
You're so off the rails.
Morgan McPherson stepping to the dish. She's been on base 2 times today. Walk in the first and a single in the third as that one misses low. 2 times on base, 2 for 2, or 1 for 1 officially, and has scored twice. So a good day for her. Dangerous Hannah Johnson waiting on deck as that one's inside to run to the count to 2-0.
Up the middle, let's go 2.
Lee Johnson, the runner on first. Down the left field line, but foul. As again, that one rattles off the fence. So 2 strikes on the batter.
No, it's my fault, not yours. Not my fault. Come on, it's 1 strike.
Ness trying to keep Orono down after a 1-2-3 fourth. I didn't even mean to do that. 1-2-3 fourth. Strike 3.
Nice pitch. Nope.
Strike. I could have sworn that was strike 3. 2-2 the count. We are paid professionals.
We are, well, not paid well, but we're paid.
We're paid something. Right back to the pitcher, and Ness decides to go to second base.
She just got her, too.
And just got her. I didn't see any indication that was risky, but it worked out ultimately.
Joe Young's in the house.
Young in the house. If we had an extra headset for you, we'd have you put it on, but
sporting his Cardinal red.
So that force out at second, McPherson reaches, and that brings up Hannah Johnson. 3 RBIs, 2 doubles on the afternoon. Strike on the inside corner. So Johnson, every time she's come up today, she's had runners on base, and she's made the Cardinals pay. Slightly open stance.
Now with Cardinals trailing 5-1, just trying to see what they can do about getting out of the inning.
Throw down to, and McPherson's going to take second base. She was off, and then they threw behind the runner, and McPherson decided to just take second. So now a runner at second, even more of a precarious situation for Coon Rapids.
And Orono trying to get that 1 run back that they gave up at last inning.
Always high from Ness. No strikeout on the afternoon for Ness, and I believe they're saying that's ball 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The intentional walk. Okay, all right.
Hey, now you get a force out anyway. Here we go.
So Hannah Johnson put aboard. Runners at first and second now. And Linnea Jensen steps to the dish. Jensen on the afternoon, 1 for 2 at an RBI single before she was thrown out by Mellum in the next at bat. Bounced in there, but the runners don't advance.
Oh, nice job by Mellum just to block that ball, that softball, and keep it in front of her.
Yeah, Mellum has been player of the game for the Cardinals, no doubt. Couple putouts, a home run. Mellum has been awesome. And I definitely said that with her right in front of her broadcast position.
She's going, thank you very much.
Yes. Ness has been good too, and she's trying to settle in. Keep Orono off the scoreboard in the 5th. Winds and fires, wrapped on the ground to short. Diving stop made, and just gonna hold it there. Smart play by Gabby Olson. A nice stop to keep it in the infield, but then decided the wise move was to eat it and not throw anywhere.
Yeah, and I don't think she had the opportunity to get anybody at any base, but she just kept it in the infield, and I think that was the most important thing.
So now the sack's packed with Orono Spartans. As Linnea Jensen reached and Jordan Aarons steps to the plate. Aarons reached on an air in her last at bat after flying out in her first. Pitch high, big spot right here.
Yes, sir. Time's going to be called. Take a walk to the mound.
Time's going to be called as the coaching staff plotting what they want to do and how they want to defend things. Big spot right here for the Cardinals. An infield single, an intentional walk. A couple singles and an intentional walk have loaded the bases for Jordan Aarons. Ness and company consulting on the mound.
Yeah,
1 out in the inning, 2-0 the count.
Home plate official was walking out saying, let's
break it up.
Break it up. Let's play ball.
I mean, it's a beautiful day, but we got to get back to action. 3-0 the count. I could have sworn the ump just gestured 3-0. Now
a 2 sounds like a 3.
Now it's 3-0. He held up 3 fingers. 3-0 the count. Bases loaded. Right over the plate to make it 3-1. Jordan Aarons the batter for Orono. Spartans with a 5-1 lead here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, you certainly do not want to walk in and run in this situation.
Nope, got to throw
you can
strikes.
avoid it.
Make them beat you. Bounce to short. Going to third for 1, and they'll take the force and give up a run as McPherson comes in to score her 3rd run of the game. She's probably been one of the best players for Orono this afternoon. But they got the force at 3rd, so 1st and 2nd now with 2 down. Orono claws back that run they gave up in the bottom of the 4th, so they lead 6-1 now. Brings up Reagan Miras. Miras has popped out to the second baseman Numala twice today. They'll take a force at any base, as that's fouled back toward us, and I flinched again.
You did flinch. I was just waiting for it. Well, you get
I'm not a broadcast pro.
The holes in the fence,
That's right. The big softball could force its way through. You never know.
You never know, and you want to protect yourself. You have a face for television.
Count even at 1-1, and a good pitch called strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This would be an opportune time for Ness to pick up her first strikeout of the afternoon. Winds and fires, lined at Numala. She bobbles it, tries to go spectacular. Runner coming home. Mellum tags her. She's out at the plate.
Yeah, again, a nice throw. Mellum doing a nice job of hanging out of that softball and making the tag. Yeah, it was a nice way to end that inning.
So the Cardinals minimize the damage, and it's 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th here at Coon Rapids High School.
Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks.
Back here at Coon Rapids High School, a baseball team taking in the action. That may or may not be Aaron Yund.
No, that is group. not as the Aaron Yund is not in the house, unfortunately. But always like to say hello to Aaron when I get a chance to see him.
And always nice to see baseball players supporting the softball team and vice versa.
Yep.
As we said, it's a beautiful day as Mellum with a great tag. She's constantly been involved in the action today, Howie.
She really has. And she hit her first home run. It was a nice shot over the left center field fence, and she's done a nice job behind the plate defensively for Coon Rapids.
Jaden Gale leading
and just
things
a
off.
freshman, as we talked about.
Yeah, just a freshman. So hopefully the best yet to come. But she's been involved defensively, offensively, obviously with that home run as Gale steps in and takes high for ball one. Gale, only one at bat, flew out to right field in her first and only plate appearance. Ishog winds and fires, and she pops that to left field. Coming in and dropping the ball, Sid Gorvic, sure-handed, and moving to third on the overthrow. So a couple errors mean that, and she's gonna score. Coon Rapids, the Little League home run. Gale is laughing. Jaden Gale comes home.
Hey, you get the run back.
A four-base, three-error situation, 6-2.
And you get the run back.
Drop the pop fly. The throw to second to try to get her was high, and then the throw from right field mishandled. So Chris Johnson out to talk to her charges in the mound, just trying to settle him down after that. But Jaden Gale came all the way around to score. It's what happens when you've got speed at the bottom of the lineup.
One of my all-time favorite slow dance songs playing right now by the band Chicago. So, but don't get any thoughts. Just,
okay.
Just I'm in my
You're
own
spoken
space.
for, I know.
Yeah, I am.
Coach Neighbor, excited to wave that wand, and look at Reagan Hack, just dancing, ready to go.
That's her dad spinning the tunes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Reagan Hack.
So she's probably heard that before. Even that's more from my
What's
era.
the name of it?
That's Chicago.
I like Chicago.
Color My World.
Color My World?
Yep.
Okay. Hack stands in, struck out in her first and only plate appearance. Ishog has looked sharp as Hack knocks it on the ground to third. Long throw, dug out at first base. A beautiful play to save a run by Jody Ahrens. She's made a couple nice plays. She's come in and caught a couple pop-ups, and she stretched, full stretch for that one. 6-3 or 5-3 rather, the put out. So the first two batters in the inning, the first batter in the inning retired. And that brings up Numala, 1 for 2. Singled and then flew out to center field. And I believe, wasn't that it was a really nice play if I remember by Sam Prodal.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Numala takes outside, so 2-0 the count. 1 run in the inning, 3 errors, no hits. So it's nice, always nice when you can get a run plated without any hits. That one's high. Numala has run the count to 3-0. And this is a dangerous hitter in the Coon Rapids lineup, so not surprised if Orono is pitching around her.
When you have that infield playing it way in.
Ishog, high strike at the waist. 3-1 the count. Here's the defensive setup you see. In at second, in at the corners really. Popped over the third baseman, and Numela will reach for the second time today.
See, and that's the dangers of playing that type of defense, is she's able to get it up over the third baseman. If they were playing at their normal spots, that would have been an out.
That would have been a pop-up, yeah. But I think that was obviously intentional by Numela to just whack it.
I agree.
Inside out it and pop it over.
I agree.
The third baseman's
Smart.
head as Linnea Jensen was cheating in. So that'll bring up Olsen. So the shortstop popped out to the shortstop in her last at bat after grounding out 6-3 in her first. So Numela on first. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in for the Cardinals in the top half of the fifth. That one's low, dug out. Numela wandering off first, throw back, and nearly caught. We've got a pair of really good catchers, as we
really
said, 'cause
aggressive.
Hannah Johnson's
she's played well as
obviously
well.
has played really well, so probably the biggest contributors for both teams today. 1-1 on Olsen. She ropes that down the left field line, but foul.
A good thought, trying to go down that left field line to advance the runner.
Yeah, very tactical hitting sport, of course, softball.
I'm not sure that was the spot for the cracked glass, was it?
There's always a spot for the cracked glass.
Is it? Okay, all right, just want to make sure. Not that I would ever criticize him, ever.
You know.
No.
Olsen between second and third, shoots the gap. And runners at first and second now for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, Cardinals have a little something cooking here in the bottom of the fifth. Got the 1 run and runner at first and second as she's hit that right in the hole.
And the right player coming to the dish, and Mellum, who hit her first career home run in a Coon Rapids uniform in her last at bat. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Ian Mellum, freshman catcher. And she whacks that to left field, and that is off the wall, but foul. Just pulled it foul.
Well, she hit one similar to that before the pitch before the home run, so we'll see what happens here.
If she can straighten it out. And I think we're going to have a replacement, which is weird to see.
Yeah, Sydney Heckman.
So hopefully they're making the substitution. Hopefully. Right, hopefully everything's okay. Sydney Heckman coming in to pitch. And hopefully everything's okay with Rachel Ishog.
Yeah, because she was
send
pitching well.
A new left fielder out as well, as I believe Reagan Miras might do a double switch. Miras grabbing her glove and heading out to, I believe, right field. Yep, indeed it is, as Perman is coming off. So Hackett.
Either you or Becca's gonna have to go there and hit Beck, okay?
Heckman, rather. I know, I was like, there's no way that's right. Heckman will get some warm-up tosses. Normally don't see that mid at bat, but after that long foul ball, I think, I don't know, Coach Johnson had seen enough.
Well, they're concerned obviously with 2 runners on and a really good hitter at the plate.
Yeah, so, and Heckman's bringing the heat, it looks like.
We're going to see the last at bat, Bill.
Yep. In her last at bat, she went yard. Oh, sure did. Beautiful looking swing over the left field fence for the first run of the game for Coon Rapids. So not a bad pitching change with 2 runners on and only 1 out. Ryan Mellum trying to time up the warm-up tosses. Sydney Heckman, the junior. Defenders in their positions. lot of chatter from the Coon Rapids dugout as Mellum steps in against Heckman. And she hits it into left field. That's going to get down. Past the left fielder. One run is in. Another one being waved home. 2 runs are in. A 2-run bases clearing double for Ryan Mellum.
Yeah, Mellum again, she's such a good hitter, and you know, we thought with the pitching change, will that change? But she hit that first offering into the left field corner.
A heck of an effort by the left fielder Gorvik, but once it was down and passed her to the wall, Numala and Olsen were always going to score. So Mellum plates the first and second hitters in the lineup, and that'll bring up Euland with a runner on second. Now the score is 6-4. That pitch gets to the fence, and all of a sudden the pressure increasing as
it really has.
As the runner on base, there's actually a pinch runner. Chloe Christie, has first-year player, is pinch running, so she moves up to third base. She stands on third with just 1 out, and all of a sudden Cardinals just trail by 2. Swing and a miss by Euland.
Yeah, she throws that low heat.
Yeah, she does. So 5-3 and a pop out to the first baseman rather. So 0 for 2 on the afternoon. We're the Cardinals cleanup hitter. Heckman winds and fires.
Oh, nice
strike
pitch.
On the outside corner. Spotted her location well. Runs the count to 1-2. Evan Euland stands in 1-2, fouls it off to stay alive.
Good job getting a piece of that, keeping her at bat alive.
Chloe Christie standing on third base. If she can score, whether through a sac fly or some other way, cut this to a 1-run lead, then the next half inning ever important for Ness and company. Big spot here. Heckman, the 1-2, bounces it in there to run the count even at 2-2.
Great job by Hannah Johnson again, just to go to her knees and keep that ball in front of her.
Yep, she knows how important that run is down on third base.
Absolutely.
Solid defensive catching.
Just a 2-run cushion for the Spartans for now.
Orono at one point led 5-0 and 6-1. Heckman winds and fires, and that's a little bit high to run the count full. 3-2, walks as good as a hit in this instance.
Oh, she'll definitely take the walk.
Full count. Heckman delivers, swung on and missed, and Euland goes down on strikes.
Out number 2. Now we bring that infield in again.
Just trying to keep that runner at third base as Ariana Hoyam steps in. Hoyam slightly open stance from the right-hand side. Wraps it in between the pitcher and short. Pitcher comes off her mound and makes the play. Good stretch at first again by Aarons. And the side is retired. But Coon Rapids gets 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave a batter 6-4 as we head to the 6th inning here in Coon Rapids.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
There as the Orono Spartans try to regroup, but I didn't even quite accurately capture it how as we went to break there. 3 runs on 3 hits, 3 errors, and a runner left on base. But Coon Rapids, a huge sequence there. The big hit, a 2-run double, run-scoring double by Ryan Mellum after the inning started with Gale scoring on that 3-error play. Sam Prodal steps in, 3rd time today that she has led off an inning. Steps in to face Abby Ness here in the top of the 6th, and she takes a strike to start.
Yeah, and the Spartans have to feel pretty good. They didn't allow that 5th run in as they were able to get out of that inning, but now this is an opportunity in the field for the Cardinals if they can get a quick inning here and get back to the plate.
The Cardinals had a runner on 3rd with just 1 out, but could not plate her, and so ultimately the score, Orono clings to a 2-run lead as Prodal, as you see, 1 for 2 with a single, and caught stealing by Ryan Mellum, just inside on that pitch.
Yeah, it didn't miss by much.
Mellum, as we said, has got a couple assists down there, has tagged a runner out today, caught a pop fly, and then a homer, an RBI, or a double, and then a 3 RBIs afternoon as that strike's called on the inside corner.
Well,
very impressive day, not, I want to say debut, but very impressive game for her. That one's popped up first base side, and it'll fall out of the reach of the first baseman, Schmidt. Ness has yet to record a strikeout today, and this would be an opportune time. Keep that leadoff runner off the base paths. Wrap toward our position. You would have had it.
I would have. Unfortunately, there's a fence in my way. So.
Yeah, that's right. The fence had it instead.
Remember that the next time the ball's heading back towards you.
That's right.
There is a fence in the way.
Oh, it's still scary. Leadoff runner has reached base 3 of the 5 innings today. Belted to left field. Always never a problem for Evan Euland.
Batting next for Orono, number 6.
So the leadoff hitter is retired. That brings up Sydney Gorvick. Gorvick on the afternoon, 0 for 2. Grounded out to the pitcher in her last plate appearance. Abby Ness winds and fires, and that one's a little bit high. Getting late here at Coon Rapids. Of course, 7 innings in softball.
Yep.
That one a little high as well, so the count runs to 2-0. A little bit low, so 3-0 the count. Got to be careful here.
Yeah, you don't want to give many base runners at this point. You've just cut the lead to 6-4. You want to try and avoid that situation.
Could really use a clean inning, a 4-pitch walk, however. So Gorvick gets on, and that brings up Rachel Ishog. She scored a run today, 0 for 1 officially. The neighbor next to us discussing things as she pops that down the line. I like how many people are down the lines in this.
Oh no, we've got a nice crowd here. It's
nice
always
crowd here, well spread out.
Yep.
Sitting on the grass.
Social distancing, right?
That's right. Getting sprayed down the right field line, but foul by Ishog, who had a nice start. Ran into a little bit of trouble.
Yep.
Ryan Mellum homered off her, but really she pitched pretty well today. In a spot start. Again, late down the right field line. So she's battling, staying alive. Down in the count, 0-2 against Abby Ness. Ness rocks and fires. Belted to center field, but right at Jordan Gale, who puts it away for the second out.
Yeah, she did a nice job retreating a little bit, able to make the catch. A nice catch in center field for Jordan.
So that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, L. Johnson.
Number 11, L. Johnson.
Johnson 2 for 3 today, and the top of the order, really 1 through 4 for Orono, has been a problem for Coon Rapids.
Yeah.
And so these are big outs, and you like to face Johnson with 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, you'd like to
Only one runner out.
And again, just go after her and get her out, because as you mentioned, she's been hitting the ball well.
Ropes that one foul down the left field line. Johnson 2 for 3 this afternoon, doubled in the first, scored, and then singled in the 5th before she was stranded on 3rd. The Orono leadoff hitter takes inside and low from Ness. It's been a while since I've called her Hess.
I'm proud of you.
It's amazing what a little penmanship can do for you. Right at third base, scooped up over to first to retire the side. No runs, a walk, a runner left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Coon Rapids trying to tie this one up.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Fans enjoying the sunshine and the softball here this afternoon. Coon Rapids offense, bats came alive in that 5th inning, and they hope to do more damage.
They
Still
do.
trailing by a couple runs here as we head to the 6th, the bottom of the 6th. Heckman remains on the mound for Orono. Cardinals will have the 6, 7, 8 hitters in their lineup up. Will this be a mountain high enough?
Leading off the Cardinals, number 17.
Grace Graham stepping in to start things off. Graham popped out to first in her first at bat and then hit a double to the gap out in left center. So she's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Standing again, gets in against Sydney Heckman. I always find it interesting about softball that they really just have 1 or 2 pitchers.
Yes.
Not as taxing, obviously, as throwing over the top. That's a high strike, but she gets the call.
Yeah, and they can throw a lot of innings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Graham feeling confident, no doubt, after roping that double in the 4th inning. And she reaps a single into center field. So Grace Graham, the Cardinals' leadoff hitter, gets aboard to start the 6th inning.
Yeah, great way to start the 6th, the bottom half of the 6th here. When you're trailing by 2, an opportunity to see if we can, at a minimum, tie it up.
Numala and Graham and Mellum have really been the offensive stars this afternoon for Coon Rapids. That brings up Schmidt. Heckman winds and fires. Strike on the outside corner as Schmidt stands in. A walk and a strikeout on the afternoon for her. Wearing those black batting gloves. 1 on, nobody out for Coon Rapids. Another strike on the outside corner. Heckman just painting the black with those risers.
2 solid pitches from Heckman.
The 0-2. That one too high. Graham kind of wandering off first base, and every time Johnson's looking her back. Cardinals have come all the way back from 6-1. It's now 6-4 after that 3-run 5th. Fouled off to the right side. Watch out, Mike Peterson. You're too important to us. Schmidt stays alive. Heckman delivers. That one high as well. Johnson able to snag it. Have not seen really any wild pitches today.
No.
I don't know if that's a credit to the catchers, the fact that the pitchers haven't been overly wild, but not a lot of extra bases being taken. That one's high and outside, and Schmidt has worked a full count after being down 0-2.
A good plate appearance so far for her, as she's able to work that count up. See if she can get a base knock or work the walk.
Or move the runner over to second at the very least. Heckman rocks and fires. That one's low, and she draws a walk. We didn't even bring that possibility up. So Schmidt, a well-earned walk. Runners now at first and second for Reagan Hack, who's moving over to the on-deck circle because Gale is stepping up to the plate next, and she popped a fly into left center field that turned into a Little League home run in her last plate appearance.
She did.
She started a big inning for the Cardinals. Let's see what she can do here. Strike called on the outside corner from Heckman.
Orono still looking for that first out in the field here in the bottom of the 6th.
No out rather, 2 on as Heckman winds and fires, and it's wrapped toward Nienaber, and look at the hands.
Oh, he's an athlete.
Scoop that one up, sure is.
Yep.
Cardinals' new defensive coordinator, in case you're just joining us. It's been a tough defense recently too. Real strong defense for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, I'm happy for him.
That one just a bit outside. Again, runners first and second for Coon Rapids. Nobody out. Big spot here for Jaden Gale. Cardinals center fielder with a 1-1 count. Swings and misses, and she goes down on strikes. Throw down to second is late. So Gale fans for the first out of the inning, and this brings up Regan Hack. Hack grounded out to third base in her last plate appearance. She's 0 for 2, batting in the 9 spot. Trying to keep it alive for Numala. I love the plays that you hear Coach Nienaber calling out.
Yeah.
Black 61. I have no idea what that means, but that's interesting. Every Cardinal's got a wristband, at least on their wrist or on their belt, that they can consult. Regan Hack at the dish. Lays down a bunt, or tries to anyway, and bunts it foul. So
I like the thought.
Yeah, nice idea. Runs the count to 0-2. You know, Nienaber will have some plays dialed up for the Cardinals defense in the fall.
Yes, he will.
There's a strike on the out, or that
was a
ball wide. The pitch outside. So Hack stays alive, counts 1-2. Big spot here. The defense lined up, runners or corners are in for Orono, and you can see the shortstop then covering third. They know Hack likes to lay down a bunt, so they're playing for that. Consulting with Chris Johnson over in the Orono dugout. Counts 2-2. Heckman to Hack. Outside, and again the count is run full, so again another Cardinals hitter, 0-2, has run the count to 3-2.
When that defense with the shortstop playing all the way over to third and the second baseman playing all the way over to first, leaves a big hole in the middle if you can hit it back up the box.
Big hole in the middle. Outside, Regan Hack earns a walk, draws the walk, so 2 straight walks have loaded the bases for the Cardinals. That brings up one of their best hitters in Leah Numala.
Now batting for the Cardinals, number 3, Leah Newman.
Trying to get someone in from the JV game over, so you can do that in softball, obviously.
Yes, you can.
So now Chloe Christie coming over, possibly to pinch run. A lot of speed on the base pass. Regan Hack, maybe the fastest, and indeed she is going to take.
Put her at second.
Yep, Schmidt's place at second.
Can I steal back for a pinch hit? Pinch hit.
Meanwhile, we've got a varsity player going down to JV. All kinds of commotion here.
A lot of movement
at the softball varsity. So Leah Numala stepping to the plate. Second and the third baseman both in. First baseman back, so again a big hole open in the middle as Numala takes a strike. Bases loaded, 1 out. I think I've said it the last 4 at-bats, but this is a big spot right here for Coon Rapids.
Yes, it is.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals find themselves down 2 runs. Sydney Heckman trying to get out of a jam. She struck out Gale for the lone out of the inning. That one's high. Throw behind at first. Safe. Oof, Regan Hack lucky to get back.
Yeah, I would say.
As Johnson threw behind her. And I mean, it never makes sense to get too far off the bag.
She did get her hand in there, but that was awfully close.
Yeah, no reason to venture too far off with that secondary lead, as it's known.
Especially with a good catcher behind the plate. Got a nice arm.
Heckman winds and fires. Numala drops it in. It'll fall at the edge of the infield. 1 run is in. Throw home. Runners move up station to station. Coon Rapids within a run.
Yeah, they actually had an out at second that chose to come home to protect the run.
1 out, bases still loaded. That'll bring up Olson. Gabby Olson stepping to the plate. The bases still loaded. Graham scored from third on that play. Timely hitting from Leah Numala, her 3rd base knock of the day. So she's 3 for 4. Olson is 1 for 3, having singled and scored in the 5th. Bases full of Cardinals, trying to claw their way back in this one as she takes a called strike.
Yeah, claw their way is right, you know, with just 1 away and bases loaded. Great opportunity to a minimum here, Bill, tie this game up.
Ryan Mellum waiting on deck. It's certainly been the hitting star as the ball gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for the runners to advance.
I know she was tempted. She was tempted to come home.
Chloe Christie at 3rd, running for Schmidt. Numala at 1st, Hack at 2nd. That riser is high. Good speed on the base pass for the Cardinals. Should Olson be able to put this one in the gap, and now the catcher will go out for a mound meeting with Heckman.
Yeah, they're going to talk about things, just how they feel they should pitch the batter here. They certainly have to be careful.
Counts 3-1. Yep. So a dangerous spot here. Heckman has already walked 2 runners in the inning. Sometimes facing a lefty can be really disconcerting for a pitcher.
Hey, you got it, Gabby!
Gabby Olson trying to tie this game or give the Cardinals the lead.
Hey, come on, Gabby.
The 3-1 pitch from Heckman. Down the third baseline, fair ball! Graham scores, Hack scores, and the Cardinals take their first lead of the game.
Yeah, what a clutch piece of hitting there as she's able to come through, get a couple RBI. And again, you know, this game started out, looked like it might be all Orono. And the fact that the Cardinals have clawed their way back in, give credit to them. Nice job after, dropping their first 2 games fairly handily. They're coming in here today and they're scrappy and they're playing well and they've taken the lead.
The bats have come alive. Olson and Numala. And now Mellum stepping to the dish with runners on 1st and 2nd. Still only 1 out. And Coon Rapids has a 7-6 lead.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Ishog back on the mound.
Yeah, Rachel Ishog back in there.
She was the starter here. Came
she
out.
held this offense pretty well in check, had a lot of strikeouts, and then Heckman came in, couldn't keep the offense down, and so now she faces Mellum, which is ironically who she was replaced against. Mellum already has a homer off of her today. Umpire consulting with Chris Johnson, trying to sort out the
they make some defensive changes.
Substitutions, yeah. Mella at second, Olson at first.
Well, and keep in mind, just one away.
And just one out is Ryan Mellum, who's got 3 RBIs, 2 for 3, a homer and a double, so 2 extra base hits and 3 RBIs, as that pitch is inside from Ishog. And I don't believe did she get any warm-up pitches?
She threw a couple.
She threw a couple, okay, yeah. So you wonder how her coming off cold off the bench back into the game will be, if that'll affect her at all. That pitch is high and outside. Throw down to second, and Mella's back. So the count runs to 2-0. Mellum ahead in the count, and they are going to just intentionally walk her. That's probably the wise move.
I agree in this situation.
So the intentional base on ball for the first-year catcher brings up the cleanoff hitter, Evan Euland, with the bags packed full of Cardinals. They've taken the lead in this inning with 3 runs, 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th. She fouls it off at the plate.
Yeah, when you with Mellum, when you have a hitter that's hitting as hot as she is, it was the correct move just to put her on first. Obviously, you don't want to load the bases, but now you got to force at any base.
Euland struggling today, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Ishog throws low. 1 out. Bases loaded. Count is 1-1. Euland takes high and outside. And the Orono pitcher's wildness is part of the reason this big inning has happened.
Yep.
4 walks in the inning. Swung on and missed. A big cut by Euland. Rather 3 walks in the inning. 2-2 the count. That counts run full.
Now you don't want
Ishog misses it wide.
Do not want to lose her in this situation.
Now, obviously, don't want to force in a run if you're Orono, but she should get a good pitch to hit here, Euland. And she lines it down the third base line, but foul. What a terrific atmosphere for an early season softball game. Good crowd on hand.
Yeah,
on
good
a
game.
Gorgeous stand. It's been a great game. Yep. Cardinals coming all the way back from 6-1 down to take the 1-run lead. And Euland draws the walk. It's 8-6.
Yeah, that's a huge run here. Now gives the Cardinals a 2-run cushion and still just 1 away.
The line continues as Euland gets the RBI, draws the 4th walk of the inning, and that brings up Hoyam. Ariana Hoyam stepping to the dish with the bases loaded. That one goes to the backstop. Runners won't be able to advance. Hoyam today struck out twice, 0 for 3. Still just 1 out. So good chance we'll see Grace Graham hit again. She led off the inning with a single and then came around to score. That one goes to the backstop as well. 2-0 the count on Hoyam. And right now, if you're Hoyam, you don't even barely want to swing the bat.
No,
make him throw you a strike.
You have to make him throw you strikes in this situation, and Ishog having a little difficulty here.
Yeah, Ishog being a little wild after she came off the bench. 3-0. Walked the previous run in. Bases loaded. And the Cardinals' offense has just exploded in these last couple innings. team that had been struggling to score in their first 2 games. That one catches the outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, and again, that's a pitch I'm sure she was told just to take.
Yep. Proverbial take signal.
Yeah.
Open stance from Hoyam. Off the inside of the bat, it goes off the second baseman's glove. 2 runs, well, run 1 will score. The throw on the stop sign at third. Got to get back to first. Safe.
Oh, that was close.
Nearly caught off the bag, but Hoyam drives in a run, and it's 9-6.
Yeah, and again, just a really good inning for the Cardinals here, as they're able to come back and take the lead after being down a good portion of the game.
Six consecutive runners have reached.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 50.
Now a courtesy runner for Mellum will come into the game.
Carlson.
Jennifer Carlson, the junior. And the person who started this rally in the 6th inning, the leadoff hitter in the inning, Grace Graham, back of the dish, 2 for 3, 2 straight hits in the 5th and 6th. On the ground to third. Home for 1, and that's all they'll get. So now we've got a JV player who will be at batting.
Yep.
So much chaos
Just grab
going
any bat.
on.
Just grab a bat.
So much chaos going on. I'm very unnerved.
Well, this is Coon Rapids athletics. It's a roller coaster
It's high
ride
stakes,
always.
It's tense.
Yep.
Chloe Christie stepping in. She's pinch run a couple times today. Her first plate appearance. As she takes that pitch wide. Talk about just, what? I've got a bat? Bases loaded.
Coming in cold to start hitting.
Unbelievable. 5 runs in. Base is still loaded. 2 outs now in the inning as Ishog fires and catches the outside corner. What an inning for the Cardinals. Pitch taken low.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, this situation, just make them pitch to you, make them come to you, make them throw strikes.
Let's force out 5-2. That taken inside.
That's a tough one to
The
take.
count to 3-1. Yeah, very mature hitting approach for Chloe Christie in a pressure-packed situation. Has that left foot raised slightly. The 3-1. She draws the walk and forces in another run.
Now it gives them a 4-run cushion here in the bottom of the 6th.
And the train continues as Chloe Christie gets the RBI, her first of her career, the RBI walk. And that brings up Jaden Gale, beg your pardon.
Yep.
Jaden Gale, who struck out to commit the first out of the inning. She grounds this one to third and trying to get to the bag first, and doing so in time is the third baseman, Linnea Jensen, but that was close.
That was close. She made it closer than it needed to be.
What an inning for the Cardinals. They explode for 6 runs, and we head to the top of the 7th inning, 10-6 Cardinals.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick, Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
There's Red.
Red's in the house.
Red is in the house, taking in some Cardinals softball, and it's going to be Abby Ness trying to close this one out. The first win of the season in sight for Coon Rapids. And really was walks in that inning.
Yes.
A patient approach at the plate for Coon Rapids. They plated 6 runs on just 4 hits thanks to 4 walks. They left the bases loaded, but it's always a good thing when you can score more runs than you have hits.
Well, if you can come back here in this situation, Bill, and close it out, that's a huge game for the Cardinals.
That's
As
a
you
big
mentioned,
confidence booster.
they were down, what, 6-1 at one point?
Yeah, no question about it. And they've come all the way back. So Morgan McPherson, the number 2 hitter in the lineup, starts things off for Orono. McPherson has been a thorn in the Cardinals' side today. 1 for 1 officially. She's been on base 3 times and scored 3 times. So a hit, couple walks, and 3 runs officially for McPherson. It'll be McPherson, Johnson, and Jensen.
Sounds like a law firm.
That's right. Ness fires high with that one, so count runs to 2-1. Ness has been solid. That's going in order 2 of the last 3 innings, so she has settled in after having a rough start the first couple. McPherson settles in, fouls it back towards us. Didn't even flinch that time, Howie.
I'm proud of you. It took almost 7 innings for you to get there, but you got there.
This fence really does its job.
It does. That's what fences are for.
That's
protect you.
That's right. we are. Never mind the sweaters. That's just a bit inside. Ness wanted that one. For as well as she's pitched today, she still doesn't have a strikeout. So fielders doing their job. Defense behind her. Solid for Coon Rapids. That one's wrapped to center. Gale coming in, and she's got it. First out recorded for Coon Rapids in the 7th.
Always important to get that first out of the inning. And the Cardinals do so here.
Yep, keep the lead runner off base, especially with this young lady stepping to the plate. And Hannah Johnson.
Yeah, she's had a nice afternoon.
Oh yeah, Johnson has been very, very good. 3 RBIs, a couple doubles. 2 for 2, a walk, a run. She was intentionally walked the last plate appearance. Open stance for the right-handed hitter. She takes a little high and outside.
Yeah, good patience there as well, not to offer.
Yeah, I think the temptation when you're down 4 runs, obviously, last at bats, you just want to kind of give it back, but it's kind of one at a time as she chops that one foul. I could say there is no 4-run home run, but there actually is. That is a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Not in this scenario.
No, that would not be a case here.
No.
Sit back.
Linnea Jensen is next. Johnson out to right field, coming in trying to make a play, and it's going to drop in between the right fielder and the center fielder. Graham and Gale could not quite get there, and so Johnson reaches for the 4th time today.
Yeah, she's been tough, obviously, as you mentioned, to keep off the bases, and is able to keep the inning alive for Orono with this one away. Now a runner at first.
Linnea Jensen has also had herself a day. 2 base knocks and an RBI. Skies it to left field. In foul territory, it's put away by Evan Euland.
Big second out of the inning for Coon Rapids here. You certainly don't worry about the runner at first. Just worry about getting that last out, and you get your first win of the season.
Orono down to their final bat. Their last out as Jordan Ahrens steps in. Ahrens has reached on an air and hit into a fielder's choice. Takes it on the inside corner for a strike.
Nice pitch from Ness there.
Ness rocks and fires, and that's on the ground to third. Fair ball over to first. Schmidt's got it. Cardinals win.
What a nice win for Coon Rapids. Down 6-1, had come back and scored the last 9 to take the win 10-6. They're going to move their record to 1-2 on the season, and that was after dropping the first two, as we talked about, 10-0 to Rogers, then 18-2 to Blaine. They come back and win a really important game over a pretty good club.
They score 9 runs in the last 2 innings to storm back and win this one going away 10-6. And talk about some of the star performers this afternoon. I think you got to start with Ryan Mellum.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not only did she have a great night at the plate, but she had a really nice job behind the plate as well. She's just a freshman. She's going to be a good one, and good shades of good things to come for the Coon Rapids program.
We had Nomella 3 for 4. Olson reached a couple times. Mellum, as we said, had a home run and a couple other base knocks, and Coon Rapids picks up its first win of the season. One more word from you, Howie? Beautiful,
cat.
A beautiful night. Cat is the word.
That's
we'll
the
take
word.
a look at the upcoming schedule here on CTN Coon Rapids with Howie and Joe. Girls lacrosse, Maple Grove versus Coon Rapids on Monday. And we'll have baseball for you on Tuesday, April 20th. Osseo and the Cardinals doing battle. And then a boys lacrosse game next Wednesday, Coon Rapids against the Anoka Tornadoes in Anoka. So a lot of great coverage coming up for you on CTN Coon Rapids. But in the meantime, a big win this afternoon for the Cardinals softball team. They pick up their first of the season. They move to 1-2 with a come-from-behind victory over the Orono Spartans here in Coon Rapids. For Howie Shapiro and our entire crew, I'm Bill Hupp saying good evening from Coon Rapids, where again the final, the Cardinals come back to beat Orono in girls softball 10-6.